You know that feeling when you're completely head over heels in love with a specific person, but the odds just seem totally stacked against you? Like, you've tried absolutely everything under the sun, your family is telling you to just move on, and your friends are brutally honest, saying, look, just give it up. It feels literally impossible, right? Well, today's explainer is designed for exactly that moment. We're diving into success coach Robert Zinke's powerful framework for manifesting a specific person, even when it seems completely 100% out of reach. We're going to break down his 7 crucial secrets to take this from a hopeless situation to a real, structured path forward.
So here's our game plan for today. We're keeping this practical. First, we'll cover building a pure foundation, then master your self-concept, followed by steps for inspired action. After that, we'll hit detachment and daily visualization and wrap it all up with a daily habit checklist to get you unstuck. Let's get right into it.
Section 1. Building a pure foundation. Okay, so when we want to attract someone, our first instinct is usually just to focus entirely on them, right? But Zinke's first secret actually flips the script. You have to look inward and develop what he calls a pure heart. Seriously, ask yourself right now, how will having this person in your life improve their life? Are you doing this out of desperation or neediness? Or do you genuinely believe that being together is the absolute best thing for the other person too? It can't just be about what you want. And that actually brings us to secret number 3, having a compelling why. You need to know exactly why you want this committed relationship. Are you just trying to hook up, or are you trying to build a life together? Having that compelling why is an absolute game changer because it creates this burning, magnetic, emotional state. Remember, we attract with our emotions, not just our thoughts.
And that flows perfectly into Zinke's 4th secret, which is vibrational alignment. There's this famous quote by Wayne Dyer: "We attract what we are, not what we want." The truth is, whatever you want to see in another person, you've got to build that within yourself first. Like, if you want someone with intense loyalty, you have to become fiercely loyal. Want a partner who's absolutely hilarious? You got to find your own joy and humor first. It's all about vibration. To attract them, you have to rise up and match the exact energy you're asking for.
Moving on to Section 2. Master your self-concept. Honestly, this might be the most critical piece of the whole puzzle, because it's all about your core beliefs. Your self-concept will literally make or break your goals here. If deep down you don't think you're worthy of this person, well, no amount of hoping is going to fix that. There is a massive night and day difference between the energy of trying and the energy of knowing. Zinke points out that when we say, "I'm trying to manifest someone," we're kind of subconsciously admitting we don't believe we're actually the one. Trying just reeks of an expectation of failure. But knowing is a whole different level. Knowing means you have this absolute, unshakable certainty that you are special, you're the best, and you're fully capable of creating an amazing life with this person. We have to drop the weak energy of trying and step right into the power of knowing.
So, how do we make that shift? Zinke strongly recommends actively programming your brain using some very specific self-concept affirmations. Seriously, say these out loud right now. I am the one. I am the best. I am perfect. I deserve the love that I desire. These aren't just cheesy, empty words. They are literal tools to build your vibration and your confidence. When you say them with real energy and actually believe them, your self-concept elevates to match that incredible relationship you're calling in.
All right, Section 3, steps for inspired action. Now that we've got the internal stuff locked down, let's talk about the physical world. This is Zinke's 5th secret. Because look, manifesting isn't just sitting on your couch chanting affirmations. You have to take action. But, and this is a huge but, you have to know the difference between acting out of fear versus taking inspired action. When we act from fear, like frantically double texting someone because we're terrified they're forgetting about us, that's needy, repulsive energy. Inspired action is totally different. It comes from alignment. It's a leap of faith. It usually means stepping way outside your comfort zone, but deep down, it feels right, not desperate.
Zinke breaks this inspired action down into 3 steps. First, you feel that spark of inspiration. Second, you face the fear that pops up. And third, you take the leap anyway. He tells this fascinating story about a client whose wife had actually left him, mostly because he'd been out of work for a long time. Well, this guy got a major job opportunity, but it meant moving all the way to London. He was terrified. He thought, if I leave the country, she's definitely going to forget about me and find someone else. But Zinke hit the nail on the head. He told him that staying stuck in fear wasn't going to win her back. By taking that scary leap, moving to London, becoming successful, and building his own self-worth, he was actually going to become infinitely more attractive to her. So sometimes the action that brings them back is the action that builds you up, even if it feels completely terrifying.
Section 4. detachment, and daily visualization. Okay, so you've done the internal work, you've taken action, now comes the part that is literally the hardest for most people, letting go of the outcome. Secret 6. You have to truly believe the universe has your back. Zinke uses this perfect restaurant metaphor to explain it. Think about it. When you go to a nice restaurant and order your dinner, what happens next? Do you sit there biting your nails, praying the chef remembers to cook it? Do you run into the kitchen every 5 minutes to check the stove? No. You completely detach. You chat with your friends. You relax. Because you know your food is coming. You have to treat your manifestation the exact same way. Put your order in, drop the neediness, trust the process, and just know the universe has your back.
But hey, while you detach from the worry, you can't detach from the vision. That brings us to Secret 7, daily visualization. But here's the crucial distinction. You can't just watch yourself on a mental movie screen like you're some bystander eating popcorn. That doesn't work. To really visualize, you have to actively participate in the scene in the first person. You have to feel what it's like to already be in that amazing relationship right now. Feel their hand in yours, hear their laugh, experience it as if it's happening to you right this very second.
Finally, Section 5, the Daily Habit Checklist. We've covered some really deep psychological ground today, but knowledge isn't much use if you don't apply it, right? So we're turning all of this into a daily roadmap. Seriously, grab your phone and take a screenshot of this right now. Number 1, check your motives. Start the day with a pure heart. Number 2, recite those self-concept affirmations in the mirror. Move from trying to knowing. Number 3, define your compelling why. Number 4, align your vibration with the traits you want to attract. Number 5, look for those scary, inspired actions that push your comfort zone. Number 6, detach and trust. The order's in the kitchen. And number 7, visualize actively in the first person. If you make this your daily routine, you will completely shift your energetic baseline.
And that is the full framework. But before we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one final, really important question. If you have to be what you want to attract, who do you need to become today? Seriously, let's stop obsessing over this impossible target and start obsessing over building yourself into the highest, most magnetic version of you possible. Because the real power, it isn't out there. It's right in here. Start your checklist today and just watch what happens.